Hey, how you guys all doing? This is Cortez, and I'm bringing you another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. This time my class is a little unconventional. We have an L86 suppressed with kick, MP9 extended mag secondary. We have Recon, Assassin, and Marksman Pro with the specialist streaks, a blind eye, sleight of hand, and quick draw. And the reason I'm using this gun is Wiggy would know this. He doesn't know ahead of time, but he would know what I'm talking about. His awesome video with 100,000 views, aka the L86 grip thermal glitch, apparently someone had watched it in a game that I was in because the guy was using it, and he beasted with it. He killed me maybe 2 or 3 times, but enough for me to say, wow, he's using that glitch. And it almost piqued my interest to use this gun. Maybe not just for the glitch, maybe just, you know, see how fun it is using it as we get up to there, because to even do the glitch, you need a weapon level of 27 to unlock the thermal sight. So I'm at weapon level 11, as the previous slide showed. The class loadout screen, I think it was at level 11, so I got the easy part out of the way, and we're going to have to just grind this out for a couple of days. And we'll see what happens. But what shocked me is how effective this gun is with a silencer and kick. This gun is devastating. I think its only drawback is that it cannot kill head glitchers effectively at all. And you will see that there's a couple of people that are head glitching that I try to shoot, and I think there's one right here. Yeah, you see that? I could barely hit him at all, because the sight still bounces around a lot. But this gun is much better for when your gun is completely unobstructed. Your target is unobstructed, I should say. And you can see their full body, at least chest up. And it still kills because of the LMG's high damage to start with, and the lack of drop-off of a range, which has been the trademark of LMGs in past Call of Duties, is that they keep their damage at range. It still kills in 2 to 3 hits, which is pretty damn good, especially for no stopping power in Modern Warfare 3. If you get center and mass shots, you'll drop them in 3. Leg shots, you know, maybe 3 to 5. Something like that. But here was any chance of a Moab gone. I knew it as soon as I turned that corner. I'm like, okay, there's one guy there, one guy there. Bye-bye Moab. But I wasn't really trying for a Moab. I was just trying to level this up as much as I could. So you'll see a lot of deaths in this game, but you'll also see a lot of kills in this game. And with the special streak, it's all gun kills. So that's why I use this, even though I died a bunch of times. It's not too much. I think I still kept a 3. Like an even 3 KD, I think, for this game. So it's on par with what I usually do. And I was really proud of this game, just because I did not expect to do nearly this good with a gun like the L86, especially, you know, with the suppressor attached. Because I used this gun in Modern Warfare 2, but I never used it with the suppressor because it really wasn't that good. And, you know, the LMGs were really underused in that game, except for the RPD. And a little bit of the AUG. Everybody knew the MG36, I think. The silencer was broken. You know, you put a silencer on it, but you'd still show up on the radar, so you'd just be killing yourself there, basically. And other things, you know, really just the supremacy of the assault rifles and the submachine guns kept the large machine guns out of play. Except maybe for ground war on Wasteland, that would... There's probably a lot of LMGs there. But, another thing is, I'm probably not going to talk for this whole game just because it's so long, but I want to go over my thoughts on Diablo 3, playing it last night for the first time. I've been a customer for Blizzard since 2008 with World of Warcraft, and I still play that game. And my dad, a few years ago, one of his old jobs, his old boss would give him some really old computer games, and he gave him the first Diablo. And I played the first Diablo, you know, but this was when I was a little younger. I didn't like it at all, because not only was it just a really old game, but the controls were really hard to like understand, and The combat system was really iffy. I mean, I would literally go into the first floor of the first dungeon and die over and over and over again. It just wasn't fun. But with the open beta this weekend for Diablo 3, I decided, you know what? I'm watching Lethal Frag play it, and it looks really fun, and it looks a lot better than, you know, obviously Diablo 1 being so old. You know, there's just naturally going to be, you know, graphic updates and player updates and game mechanic updates and all that stuff. So I played it last night with Stab and Random Hero and Virgo a little bit before she left because she was having problems. But damn, that game is fun. And I'm seriously, now that I've played it, and I'm actually was trying to play it a little while ago, you know what, I'm going to try to log in right now and see if it lets me. Because it was giving me, you know, the server is full thing, which I expected. You know, it's a stress test. It's, they're trying to up the number of people that can play at a time without crashing the servers, so they're doing a stress test, and if you can't get in, then you can't get in. That only means that the game is being even more successful. It's giving me error 3003, unable to connect to the service or the connection was interrupted. But before, it was giving me cannot, servers full, that whole thing. And I think it's giving me that error now because I'm searching for European servers. So let me switch it back to America. But this game is probably worth, it's definitely worth the probable $60 cost. And, oh, and I am in. It's taking me to the character selection page. Excellent. Okay, so and okay, so it let me in, but I'm not going to play that right away. I'm just going to keep going here for the next few minutes. Probably will end up talking the whole time, even though I said I wouldn't. Whatever, what are you going to do? If you could talk for 11 minutes about something fun, then you should, and you should not just cut it off. But Diablo 3 is much better than I expected it to be. And I guess just for the sake of familiarity, I went with a wizard as my first character. And the reason I did is because I know the basics of Blizzard casting systems. Obviously, I know how WoW casting systems work because I've been playing the game for 4 years, and I've played every class. You know, each class casts in their own way, but wizards are really the only pure casting class. I guess the witch doctors are the other one, but they involve, you know, like shadow and like hell magic and stuff. Wizards are more what I'm familiar with, which is arcane and frost and fire, which are actually the 3 trees that World of Warcraft mages do. And I think wizards also have nature abilities, which are shaman abilities in World of Warcraft, so like witch doctors too, you know. So I have all this awesome gear. I'm level 11 right now. I've beaten the beta maybe 3 times. I've got really sick gear. I have 18 strength, 18 dexterity, 59 intelligence. Primary attribute for witch doctors and wizards increases all damage for witch doctors and wizards by 59%, and increases resistances by 5.9, and then 37 vitality. My armor takes away, reduces all damage from enemies at the same level by 31%, and I have 25 DPS. I don't know how good that is because 25 DPS to a guy who plays World of Warcraft and is used to pulling 10,000 DPS is, you know, 25 versus 10,000. In World of Warcraft, you're pulling 25 DPS by like level 4. So it's a little different. But I picked it for familiarity. I can't even say that word. But I mean, wizards have arcane abilities. They start with arcane missiles, basically, like a single arcane missile. And you can upgrade it to like an arcane blast, which you shoot an arcane orb out, and it travels a certain distance and then explodes. So it's like a bomb. You have Frost Aura, or not Frost Aura, Frost Nova, which is actually the same spell as it is in World of Warcraft, so I knew immediately what it was. Any enemies that get close to you are immediately frozen in place. And another ability I have, I call it the Fusto Ra flip, or I just call it Fus Ro Da for short. But basically, you jump in the air, do a front flip, and land with a force powerful enough to knock everything away from you. So that's why I call it that. But Wizards, as a casting class, I'm usually play as melee classes in WoW, but they're a lot of fun. Watch this pro dodge right here. Oh, baby! I survive, and I get the final kill cam right there. But even though I end up dying, you know, they only show the kill cam for the winning team. So that's the end of the game. Please pick up Diablo 3 if you have not played the beta already. It's open to everyone this weekend, regardless if you have a Battle.net account. There's me dodging that again. Final spray, kill cam, L86, great gun, Diablo 3, great beta. That's all I gotta say. Drop a like, drop a comment, stay frosty.